Our next topic is the master budget, sometimes called the annual profit plan. This term is mostly misunderstood by students, misconstrued. Let us explain and let us see what basically is an annual profit plan. So basically your budget for the whole year, a collection of budget, your production, sales, marketing, all the budgets combined for the next year is what you call the annual profit plan. Sometimes it is called the master budget, collection of budgets. Sometimes it is called the comprehensive budget or the annual profit plan. They are all the same terms. Master budget, comprehensive budget, annual profit plan. What it is? It is the collection of all budgets in the year. It includes the organization's operating and financial plans for the upcoming year or coming periods. All the collection of budget for the coming period is called the annual profit plan. That's the basic idea that you need to keep it in mind. Now here he has used these two terms, operating and financial plans. Now I will explain what are the operating budgets, what are the financial budgets in the next slide. But you need to learn that it all starts from the sales budget. The first budget we draw, the first budget we set up is the sales budget. This is important to learn. Sales budget is the starting point. Based upon sales, let's say if I want to sell 100,000 units and I have some units in the finished goods, keeping this in mind, then how many units should I produce? So sales budget becomes the foundation of your production budget. So the first budget you draw is the sales budget, second budget you draw is the production budget. Once the production budget is drawn, then based upon what we want to produce, we can draw up our direct material budget, direct labor budget, and the overhead budget. Whichever of these you can draw first. All of these can be made simultaneously. Now, once we have drawn these budgets, then we can calculate that if we sell these 100,000 units, what would be the cost of sales on these 100,000 units? What will be the material, labor, and overall cost? So this is called cost of goods sold, which I'm sure you are quite convenient. Now, once this production area is complete, you come to what you call the non-manufacturing cost. Next year, what is going to be my selling and expense budget for the period? This is going to be your fifth budget. Or you can also draw this together. Selling expense budget, the estimated spending on marketing, selling, administration, advertising, it all comes in selling expense budget. It includes variable cost, it includes fixed costs also. Similarly, admin expenses, we discussed that it includes the salaries of corporate officers, the head office, maintenance cost, depreciation of equipments used in the head office. So this is the item number 5 or budget 5. Now once we have the selling expense budget, admin expense budget, CGS, sales, we can draw up the income statement, which at the end will give us the budgeted income statement. Budgeted income statement will give you the number for retained earnings. This retained earnings will go to the budget balance sheet statement of changes in equity. And after this, we will, first of all, let me segregate this. Up to this point, the line I have drawn, let me draw a thicker line. Gentlemen, all the budgets above this line, this yellow line, all the budgets above this yellow line are called operating budgets, In other words, you can say that all the budgets up to the income statement are operating budgets, and budgets after that are called financial budgets. So drawing up of budgeted balance sheet, cash budget, how much cash we're going to receive in different months and how much cash we're going to spend in different months. This is the cash budget. Capital budget involves your CMA Part 2 Section E, that what are the major investments we are going to make in the coming 5 or 10 years. What are the major investment disposals of assets we are going to make in the coming years. So it involves your capital budgeting, long-term investments. So there is one thing missing here. That is the cash flow statement, CFS. Now gentlemen, very carefully listen to me. These which I'm going to highlight in a different color, let's say I'm going to highlight it in red color. These are your financial budgets. Capital budget is a financial budget. Cash budget is a financial budget. Budgeted balance sheet is a financial budget. And here this one which is missing here, this is your, and let me take a different color pen so I can make it 100% visible to you guys. This is your cash flow statement. Cash flow statement is again your financial. So these red ones, they are all financial budgets. Financial budgets. So this collection of all the operating and financial budget collectively, this is what you call the annual comprehensive budget or master budget. So coming back, that's what we were discussing, that your master budget, it encompasses your operating and financial plans for the coming period. Right? Combining these all. So this is the overall thing. We will do all. We will do make capital budgets in section E part 2. It's not included in CMA part 1. We will draw up your cash budgets. We will draw up your budgeted balance sheet, some parts of it. We will learn how to draw up production budget, direct material purchase budget. We will also learn how to draw the direct labor budget, sales budget, admin. They're all coming in our next lecture. So we will learn how to draw up these budgets with the computations for your fuller understanding. But this is the overall process of master budgeting process, that from where it starts. Here it's given in the next slide. These are your operating budgets: sales, production, direct material, direct labor, selling and overhead. So up to the income statement, up to this point, all these are your operating budgets. Once income statement is done, then the other budgets at the lower end, they are called the financial budgets. And I told you there are 4 types of financial budgets: the capital expenditure budget, cash budget, budgeted balance sheet, and budgeted cash flow statement. So one of them is missing here. Of course, that is your cash flow statement that I just drew in the last slide. So this is, you need to learn very well, understand it very well. So I have drawn up a flow, how things will move and how you should understand things. It all starts from sales. Once we have the sales budget is the starting. This is the first thing you do. Once the sales budget is drawn, we take the data from sales budget and we draw the production budget. Once we have the production budget, after that immediately we can draw direct material budget, direct labor budget, and manufacturing overhead budget. From this, then we go to the ending finished goods inventory, CGS, non-manufacturing budget. Non-manufacturing budget clearly is the budget that is not related to manufacturing. It includes your administration, it includes your marketing, customer service, it includes your distribution budget, design budget, R&D. This is all non-manufacturing budget. And after that, we have your income statement. Right? So this is the flow of things. We will learn how to draw this up. And these are the non-manufacturing budgets. They include, let me put it down here. It includes designing of the products, marketing, distribution budgets, customer service budget, administration budget, and research and development budget. So gentlemen, that is the breakdown of your non-manufacturing budget. Then we just discussed that there are 4 types of financial budgets. 4 types of financial budgets. But we see a lot of budgets here then. How are they 4? Let me show you. The budget that you see here was there. Yes, it's the capital budget. This is the first financial budget. Pro forma cash flow statement. This is the second financial budget. Pro forma or budget. Remember, the pro forma word or budget word is the same. Capital budget, budgeted cash flow statement, budgeted balance sheet, and the cash budget. These are the 4 financial budget. Then what is this? PCDS and PCCS. This is a very important part of your cash budget. They are the components of cash budget. What they mean, PCCS is the projected cash collection schedule. It means how much cash we are going to collect in which months from our customers and different sources. So projected cash collection schedule, how much cash we will receive in the coming periods. This one is PCDS, projected cash disbursement schedule, means how much cash we are going to pay in the coming months. Combining these two, cash inflows and outflows, gives you what you call the cash budget. So this is important point. Remember, there are 4 financial budgets: capital budget, budgeted balance sheet, budgeted cash flow statement, and cash budget. And this cash budget is drawn from these 2 things, and there are many questions where we will learn how to draw the projected cash collection schedule and how to draw up the cash disbursement schedule in our coming lectures. So we'll discuss them in detail. Now this is an interesting and very helpful slide. This nicely sums up what we have done so far. It covers everything what we have done so far. Let me show you. As I said, the things start from the sales budget, and here we go. This is your sales budget. So the first budget you draw is the sales budget. Of course, it flows from the short-term goals, which we already discussed. We are discussing budgeting process. So in budgeting cycle, the first budget is the sales budget. Once the sales budget is drawn, we draw up the production budget. Very important. Once the production budget is drawn, we can draw 3 budgets together, in any order: these: direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overheads. Once direct labor, direct material, direct manufacturing overhead are drawn, then there are 2 further budgets. Let's say if we have produced 100,000 units and out of them we have sold 90,000 units. What is the cost of these 90,000 units? This will go into cost of goods sold. The cost of the units sold will appear here. And those units which we did not sell, these 10,000 units are in your finished goods inventory. What is the value of these finished goods inventory? This is called the finished goods ending inventory budget, right? So the units that you're going to sell in the future, in the coming period, it becomes the cost of goods sold budget. And the units which you're not going to sell, they will stay in the finished goods. It becomes a part of your ending finished goods inventory, right? Done. Manufacturing is complete. Now let's come down to non-manufacturing budget. When you say non-manufacturing budget, that is selling, administration, marketing, so on and so forth. Discussed previously. Non-manufacturing means the expenses not on production. So we have done all manufacturing, non-manufacturing. Combining these will give us what you call the pro forma income statement. Or remember, pro forma is the budgeted income statement. Estimated based on estimated numbers. Okay. Then now this small sign here is the manufacturing overhead budget. This is the direct material budget. And all these will result in some cash outflows, and they will become a part of your cash budget. So now you have prepared your income statement. This thick line here indicates that the budgets above the line are operating budget, and the budgets below this line are financial budget. And I told you there are 4 financial budgets. Now we draw up the cash budget. For cash budgets, we need how much cash we are going to collect from different sources. This is called projected cash collection schedule. And this projected cash collection schedule means money will come from where? Sales. Look at this. Sale is coming, and this is giving us what you call the projected cash collection schedule, right? Right here. Then what are the spendings so far? Spendings come from MOB, manufacturing overhead budget. It's an outflow. Direct material budget. It's an outflow. Then direct labor budget. It's an outflow. So this is projected cash collection schedule, and this is the projected cash disbursement schedule. Combining these two, how much cash we're going to receive and spend, will give us cash budget. And this cash budget's closing balance will become the number to be shown on the balance sheet in current assets and the budgeted balance sheet. Once the balance sheet is drawn up, you draw up what you call the cash flow statement. And capital budget, this is not drawn every year. Normally it is prepared after 5 or 10 years. So that is why it is not in your CMA Part 1 syllabus. So the point to note here that these 4 budgets, capital budget, cash budget, balance sheet, cash flow statement, they are all called financial budgets, and that ends the master budgeting process.